in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Got a man. It's Horton. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next. Well, watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house, but you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now the throw. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on first down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing it up.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give on the inside. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking downfield at Simpson. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
So now on comes the field goal unit. The official says no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. So the Memphis Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Reads it, fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Lewis wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the quarterback literally wanted to go with the ball, but his intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure to put that football in the stands.
Backed up now here, second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You see all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Cross. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly. But they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Makes the grab. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Oh, he's got some space. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Bernard. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They just keep firing. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy over.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
How much confidence do you have in your quarterback? You're going to have to throw this in the end zone and try to generate a touchdown on 4th down. It's still relatively early in the game. It's still relatively close. How aggressive can you be with your signal call?
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Never a doubt. And that's going to give us a tie ball game here in the 1st. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. End off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
There's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Lewis to throw. Under fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll go to the toss. Breaks into the open. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Lewis wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outdo the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Good, solid pickup there now. They can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Caught behind the line. It's Miller. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Simpson. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. All that baby in and stroll into the end zone for the score. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Memphis has the ball back on the offense, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the whole crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affected the football.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. A A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open. But the QB decided to keep it himself. Down here in the red zone-ish area, he's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns if you're going to... Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. You can win a lot of trivia challenges if you ask how long's it been since Memphis had a losing season. They've reeled off 11 straight winning campaigns, and Ryan Silverfield does it without big-time recruits.
No, but he has got great balance on offense. Very, very creative on that side of the football. And over the years, whoever's been the head coach and play caller, that's one thing they've seemed to do.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Off play action. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. When you play in a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite-level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him and nobody's close. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Yeah, when you got man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lewis wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Cross. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
As an offense, you're okay to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly and get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal. This one a 41-yarder. Absolutely perfect.
That makes the score Alabama 24, Memphis 6.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To throw, it's Simpson. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires left. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Simpson. Using the quick game. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's got the first down. Mark it at the 15 as they try to put up points before the half.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
The offense will quickly use the timeout. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
All down, Liddell move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot.
Touchdown, Alabama! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give is to Smith. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Memphis Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Lewis to throw. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the left. Off and running. Touchdown, Memphis. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass.
Number 44, set to kick it off.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game. We're starting to get late.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to. Obviously, I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. Yes, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
So now it's 2nd and long. Smith takes the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Memphis will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
There's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Quick spin on the run. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing it. And guess what? This game is far from over.
High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. He'll pull it on the read. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the 4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wide open downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Breaks into the open. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Rushes on him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down and go to go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Lewis to throw. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And this one is perfect. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
Memphis 16.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Spins away from the defense. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Miller with the ball. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's when the offense will set up shop. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Cross. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And you can tell, all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes, and they've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game. And you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
It'll be third and long. Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cross. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on fourth down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter fourth down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Oh, they're after him. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Nice sack by the defense. Great job getting to him, getting him on the ground. That's the fourth sack of the day. This defense has had some bright moments, but they've also given up some big plays. Keep rushing the quarterback, but keep that coverage intact in the back end.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simpson. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Williams.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. On target over the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Man, this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
With the run on 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
Mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's crossed. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis!
We know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Smashes it through for the PAT. An 84-yard drive there, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The ball carrier loses 2. Now 4th down.